evening, everyone, and welcome to Clockertown. Ashland, Massachusetts' WACA-TV proudly presents Ashland High School Girls Varsity Volleyball. Tonight's opponent, the Marshfield Warriors. I'm Josh Abrams, joined tonight by Rob Silver.
Good to be here. I was just about to say how tremendous of an opening that was, and you called Medfield Marshfield.
Oh, it's going to be that kind of night. Okay, so
but
already
it was tremendous nonetheless.
The over-under on my errors tonight, we'll put it at 6. How's that?
It's got to be.
We've already got one.
It's got to be a half, 5.5 or 6.5. We don't want any ties.
Okay, so right off the bat, the Medfield Warriors are tonight's opponent for the Clockers.
Yeah.
Clockers having a great season here in
volleyball.
7-1, including 4-0 at home. Meanwhile, Medfield comes in tonight at 5-3, but just 2-2 on the road. Yeah,
it should be a good matchup. And after a stunning loss by Hopkinton to a up-and-coming Westwood squad last Thursday, Ashland is sitting atop the Tri-Valley Large division at 7-1.
Controlling their own destiny.
Exactly. So with a win tonight and Thursday in Medfield, right? We don't want them going to Marshfield.
Oh, no, that would be bad.
It would be.
We don't want you at home going to Marshfield either.
Right. So they would wrap up the regular season Tri-Valley Large title. There are 2 other games scheduled next Tuesday against Hopkinton. And again, was it Thursday, I think, against the
Medway Mustangs, yep. But all considered non-league games.
Exactly. But that will be those will be fun matchups because both squads, Hopkinton and Medway, very, very talented. Here we go.
First set underway. Sarah Friedman opens serving for the Clockers. That's Lauren Politica getting on the back line, getting up to the front now as Kendall Z gets it over the net. Okay, Kendall setting now, cross court. Just an easy free ball there.
Wagenseller sets.
Sailed past the back line.
I think she got a piece of it though. Yeah, Boudreau with the spike, and one of the Clockers just got a hand on it.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that every time. It's just so tempting to, stick a hand out.
Right, it's instinctual, really.
Krista Anderson for the Medfield Warriors serving.
Sneha with the dig. Kendall, a hard shot over the net. Too hard, unfortunately, trying to go cross court there. Point goes to Medfield. They're up 2-0.
It's kind of a deep spot to try and spike at that much of an angle.
Okay, that time the back line wisely let it sail long, and Ashland is on the board. They're down 2-1, and they will take the serve.
Yeah, Yadav has a good nose for the ball. She read that well.
So here's Cece LeBay on the serve. Good hard shot. It's a little bit of trouble for Medfield. They can't handle it.
That was probably one of the fastest serves we've seen all year. Seriously, I mean, Kendall Z serves with some force, but that thing was a rocket.
And it looked like she caught Medfield off guard a little bit there. That's again, it's a double-edged sword.
I was just
you
going
go
to say,
with the power.
Live by the sword, die by the sword. You and I think alike.
Haven't worked together in a couple of weeks, but it's like no time has gone by.
Little Barrow, Ellie Langton serving for Medfield.
Okay, dug out by Maddie Klepper. Good hard spike by Kendall Z. Answer by Medfield. There's a free ball. Sneha digs out to Cece LeBay.
And again, Z goes wide on the spike.
She gets the point.
Oh, Medfield was celebrating. Okay. I should probably watch the
Watch the refs.
God, they influenced me.
Okay, so we've got a tie game here, 3-3. Here's Kendall Z with that tough serve that so many opponents have trouble with. Blocked at the net, but too much. Yeah. Okay, I got a piece of Claire Marcy there.
Yeah, Ava Boudreau with another winner. Yeah, it is that tough serve, fast, and it's got that top spin. See who is in control. It is Chloe Dudley.
Looks like she's just entering the game here.
Yeah, and Boudreau takes a seat. That's a little low.
And doesn't clear the net. So again, we're tied now at 4 early here in the first set. Sneha Yadav serving here for the Clockers. Back-to-back net here. Both teams seem to be coming out just a little bit flat here, Rob. We'll see if they can get things settled down.
Yeah, we've seen this in the past with Ashland where they a little off on their serve, and it's Addie Gardner serving now. Nice safe serve.
Okay. Nice recovery there by Cece LeBay. The ball's just flying back and forth right now. It's a little bit out of control for both teams. LeBay to Sneha, up to Maddie Klepper. Almost caught them too far forward, but nice recovery by Medfield. Kendall Z digs it out. Give and go. Blocked at the net. Still loose. Sneha, nice recovery by the Clockers on that point. We've got our biggest volley of the night. And just as I say it, Medfield knocks it down for the point.
Yeah, Rachel Parry with the spike and the win there. Put Medfield up 6-4. As Addie Gardner continues to serve. Great job by everybody on Medfield. Wagenseller.
Addie, one of the 3 captains for Medfield. Sneha digs it out, centering up to LeBay. Marcy, too strong, sails over the baseline.
A little deep. Some of these sets are just a little bit too off the net, making it difficult to really get any winners.
Get the right angle, some good leverage.
Yep.
Sneha up to LeBay.
Looks a little better. Good job, Wagenseller.
Nice diving play there up to Sneha, and it looks like we're going to get a net violation called on the Clockers. So again, the Clockers seem to be getting caught a little bit out of position here so far, Rob. Oh, did the point go?
Yeah,
they just took the point off the board. Okay, so the violation was actually against Medfield. Point has been corrected, scoreboard's corrected. 7-5 lead for Medfield as Maddie Klepper serving for the Clockers. And there's a winner for Medfield.
Parry again, skying up there. A good job by their Ellie Langton, who takes a seat. And it's Parry with the serve. We'll see what she's got.
This one's deep and too deep. All over the baseline. Point for the Clockers.
It's one of the biggest deficits that I think I've seen. 3 points on the games that I've done. I'm sure they had a bigger deficit against Hopkinton, but maybe some jitters. Politica serving for the Clockers.
Interesting. We usually don't see Politica come in until the second set, but she's starting the first one tonight. Usually it brings a really great energy to the team.
Yeah.
And gets the point there. So it's now just a 1-point deficit for the Clockers as Politica goes back to serve again.
Yeah, Kate Anderson mishit that one. And we'll take it.
Well, jump serve, but sails off to the right and out of bounds. Point goes to Medfield.
That's Molly Wagenseller, senior captain.
See if the Clockers can find a way to get Kendall Z back to serving. She can be consistent, can really settle this team down. And there's Kendall.
Great job.
Just said her name, and there she is with the winner.
Much better set. A good job by everyone there on, I think it was Yadav to Friedman, who set up Kendall Z. But she was only a few feet from the net and made it a much more effective hit.
I think that's also one of the first times we've seen Kendall not go cross court on a hit like that. She just went straight across and may have caught Medfield, unprepared. Blocked at the net.
Good
nice
job.
play by Claire Marcy. Nice diving. Oh, just couldn't quite get that one up in the air enough as the team was just kind of scrambling for that one.
3 Clockers on the floor.
Okay, so Sarah Friedman steps out, takes a break.
It's Krista Anderson serving for the Warriors.
Sneha digs it out to LeBay. Tough set there for Claire Marcy, but she makes do and gets the point.
Yeah, good job taking a little bit off of it, knowing that all she had to do really was get it over the front line.
So Cece LeBay steps back to serve here for the Clockers. They're down 10-9.
Nice serve.
Oh, Sneha, a little miscommunication looked like. Kendall tries to go cross court again, and it's just too hard to handle for Medfield. And we're back to a tie game. We're tied at 10 here in the first set.
Yeah, and that's, again, the difference being that close to the net. Good job by Clockers setting it.
So LeBay serving again for the Clockers. Good hard serve.
Yeah.
High dig.
Wagon Cellar.
That was one that stayed in. That's, misread there by the Clockers. It was well in bounds.
Yeah.
Ball goes back to Medfield. They're up 11-10.
Yeah, it's a good job by Kate Anderson realizing she didn't have to hit it too hard. As Langton serves.
What do you got? Movement before the serve?
I don't know.
Well, the ref had some explanation I couldn't quite make out.
Maybe we'll catch
Point goes to Medfield.
Ask them in between sets as Medfield's up by 2 now with Langton serving.
Okay, LeBay setting for Kendall on the opposite side of the court, but can't get it clear of the net. Point goes to Medfield. And what had been a 10-10 game has suddenly turned into a 13-10 advantage for Medfield. LeBay read that one beautifully. Got some air over it, get over the front line. And that one goes out of bounds off of Medfield.
Yeah, and a rare miss hit on a fairly easy play by Wagon Cellar.
So here goes Kendall Z to serve for the Clockers. Again, she's been one of their more consistent servers. She can really rack off a lot of points here if she can be consistent. A little miscommunication by Medfield, but they play it. Kendall Z on the back line, setting to LeBay. A little touch for Claire Marcy. She may have gotten away with one there. I think she had a full foot over the line, no call. Their sister will try to attempt a winner there. Blocked at the line. The Marcy sisters combined for a beautiful block and the point.
Yeah, that got the cheering section really riled up.
It's our biggest crowd of the season, Rob.
It is, and we have an extra crowd from the Medfield JV team.
Yeah.
Special circumstances, so that's great to see as Z continues her serve.
There's that top spin again.
Yeah. Wagon Cellar.
Deflected at the net. Beautiful recovery. Clockers live to see another day. A little action there right at the net. It goes Clockers' way.
Yeah, as Lauren Marcy held her ground.
So Medfield had scored 3 straight points to take a 13-10 lead. The Clockers have answered back with 3 straight of their own.
And behind the serving of Z, as you mentioned. Wagon Cellar, good dig.
Beautiful, that was a beautiful hit and a beautiful dig on one on each side. It was a high set. Deep.
Gardner long with her shot.
Okay, so the Clockers with, I believe, their first lead of the night, Rob, at 14-13 here in the first set.
Oh, great recovery by Medfield, but out of bounds.
That went off of somebody's face over there as a second hit. So, you know, they talk about like sometimes how the game speeds up or the game slows down. Right now, it feels like the game has sped up quite a bit, and Medfield's having trouble adjusting to the tempo.
Yeah, it's all off the serve. Good job by Marcy. That one by Claire Marcy.
And just like that, Robbie, the Clockers were so inconsistent earlier in the set, and suddenly, just like they flipped a switch, much more coordinated.
Yeah, Kendall Z's serve has a lot to do with that. It's putting him on the defensive right from the beginning. Another good serve. And that's the same thing. They're not able to get the set. 2 of the sets
Right,
have
they're
been
having a
right
free
back.
ball coming across, and the front line is able to hit some easy winners. We've got a timeout on the floor as the Clockers have roared out to a 17-13 lead, their biggest of the night here in the first set.
That gives us a chance to thank our sponsor tonight, Marathon Deli.
So glad to have them as part of the team here at WACA-TV. They're certainly taking care of the crew, taking care of us tonight. What have you got, Rob?
I went with the Thai chicken wrap, and I'm guessing you probably did the same thing as me, as always.
The only difference in our orders?
Grape soda versus a water. Anybody listening that knows me to any degree knows that I got the grape soda.
Absolutely. I've been trying to cut back on the soda. I was tempted tonight to go with the ginger ale, but I'm going to stick with the no soda as long as I can. Stick with the water.
I don't keep soda in the house, but Marathon Deli supplies our meals 3 nights a week, and get the soda every time.
So thanks again to Marathon Deli. Be sure to place your order at marathondeli.com.
As Z continues a 7-point streak.
There's another free ball coming across. Oh, tough break there. Claire Marcy just not quite right on her angle there. Hits it into the net.
And that's, part of the strategy with the timeout. Takes you out of your rhythm a little bit. And
like icing the kicker, but in volleyball.
Yeah.
Icing the server, right?
Chloe Dudley.
But it was a great run by Kendall Z and the Clockers to be up 17-14. There's a little bit of trouble. Oh, wow.
Heck of a save. Who was that?
I think it was Maddie Klepper, number 12. Yep. And we thought they were in trouble. Medfield apparently, too. They were stunned when that ball came over the net. It fell right between the front line and the back line. Point Clockers.
Good serve by Yadav. Oh. And coming from way back, drops it.
A little too far. Yep. Just out of bounds.
Didn't know if they were going to not. He's got a good angle.
So 18-15 Clockers here in the first set.
This is that, no, number 7, Addie Gardner.
Kendall Z with the dig to LeBay. Hard hit blocked at the net. Sneha tries to set again. This hit by Marcy.
Good job by Simpson.
Medfield tried the soft touch. Clockers didn't bite.
Yeah.
Friedman equal to the challenge. Point Clockers, 19-15, and they've got the serve. Maddie Klepper heads to the back line now.
Yeah, it's so tempting to leave your feet expecting a spike, but she's
good hard serve and too hard.
Yeah.
Went right through Krista Anderson. Point for the Clockers. They're at 20 now.
And I think she had to play it. She's kind of like kicking herself like maybe she should have let it go, but I think she wasn't deep enough
She
to
needed
let
to
it go.
play it, but she just did not hit it properly.
Yeah, 5-point lead.
Another good hard serve going right after the same player, right after Krista Anderson again, but this time they're able to recover.
Save.
Sneha with the dig to LeBay. Good hard. Wow. Some great action right here in this volley. LeBay setting for Friedman.
Good job by Longton again, setting.
Dug out by Klepper to LeBay. Cross court.
And she landed over the line.
I think she had one full foot and 1/2 foot over the line there. They called it that time. So tough break for Lauren Marcy. And but the Clockers still with a 4-point lead here as Medfield goes to serve.
This is Rachel Parry serving for Medfield.
Sneha digs it out to LeBay.
Returnable.
Setting for Marcy and into the net. Unforced error there. So now it's 20-17 Clockers.
Timeout.
Got a timeout on the floor. It looks like it's called by the Clockers. So just a reminder, of course, you're watching Ashland High School Girls Varsity Volleyball on WACA-TV. I'm Josh Abrams. He's Rob Silver. We're glad to have you with us, whether you're watching tonight on YouTube or Facebook. And certainly welcome our viewers from Medfield as well. Try and keep this as a balanced call as possible.
Yeah, this is an exciting matchup. So far, they have not disappointed the fans.
Absolutely not. These are two teams with winning records. The Clockers at 7-1, Medfield at 5-3. And Rob, I'm trying to do this from memory now. I know obviously the Clockers, their biggest win of the year was taking down Hopkinton here last month. I'm trying to remember if Medfield had done the same, but I think it was Westwood you were saying that beat.
Yeah,
And the Hillers, of course, the 6-time defending Tri-Valley League champions, so we can't emphasize enough just how big a win that was for the Clockers last month, one of the highlights of their season. But back to the action here, set number 1, Clockers up 20-17. We got a good volley going right now as that one goes off the net and out of bounds. Point goes to the Clockers, so make it 21-17.
Big point.
Okay, Lauren Politica. She's another one who's capable of going on a nice run. We'll see if she can close it out here for the Clockers.
Definitely have some big guns in here as far as the power serve.
It's like Maddie and Shayna, Sneha having a little communication there before the serve goes over. Some good action right there at the net. Sneha digs this one out. Cross-court pass. Kendall Z tries to go cross-court, answered by Medfield. Big hit. Sneha with it to Kendall. Setting up is going to be a free ball. Oh, Lauren Politica with a surprising spike. That's a game of inches. That's a tough call right there, but it goes Medfield's way. So make it 21-18, and Medfield will have the serve.
I went to check the replay, and I had switched it on like the town meeting or something. That hurts.
We know our viewers have a choice. They could be watching Ashland Town Meeting, or they could be watching us, and we appreciate having you on board tonight, whether, again, you're on Facebook or YouTube. Serve is over the net, up to LeBay, to Kendall Z. Cross court. This one stays in. Point goes to the Clockers. Make it 22-18. And Sarah Friedman, who started things off here tonight for the Clockers, will have the serve now. Sneha sits down.
Claire Marcy.
Good hard hit.
Wagenseller sets.
Dug out by Klepper. Second hit. They didn't know who was going to get it. A little miscommunication. A mental error there for the Clockers. So 22-19. Clockers with the lead. Medfield with the serve.
Sabrina Lee serving. Oh, no, excuse me, that's Chris Anderson, number 2.
Oh, right into the net. Big break for the Clockers. That's a momentum killer if you're Medfield. So yeah. Clockers will take that one. They're up 23-19. And we'll see Cece LeBay, who's been logging a lot of time up at the front line. She'll be serving here for the Clockers.
Had a nice serve tonight. There's another
just
nice
cleared
serve.
The net. On the hit, goes way out of bounds into the bleachers. Another lucky fan goes home with a souvenir.
Yeah, it's honestly with Cece, it's almost like she's been practicing her serve the last few days. She is hitting it a lot harder than she's hit it all season.
And so here we are, game point.
Nice trajectory.
Another hard one. Medfield read that one correctly. It sailed too deep, so 24-20.
And Ellie Langton serving from Medfield, not a tough serve to return.
This is trouble. Maddie Klepper with a great hit.
Job.
Sneha too, some terrific effort on that play from both girls. Sneha setting this one up to LeBay, over to Kendall Z. Deflected at the net and recovered by Medfield. Here's the third hit. Deflected at the line.
Another great save by Ashley.
Over to Kendall. Off the net.
Wagenseller.
Cece LeBay to Sneha. Feeding for Klepper.
Tremendous point. Wagenseller sets.
We got a net violation, I believe, called on Medfield, and that will do it. The Clockers take set number 1, 25-20. So, Rob, that was a heck of a set. I mean, Ashland spent a good part of that set down and then came roaring back. I'd have to say Kendall Z, with her serves, really brought the team back, and then everybody kind of got back together and took it home.
Yeah. So we're going to take a break and hear from our sponsors?
Absolutely. Good point. Let's send it to commercial. You are watching Ashland Girls Volleyball on WACA-TV.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Marathon Deli. Marathon Deli offers a full range of lunch and dinner items for dine-in or catering. Fine cold cuts, cheeses, and meats also available, in addition to specialty wraps such as the Mayflower wrap as well as the Honey Bee wrap. They'll be sure to get your mouth watering. Serving Metro West for over 24 years, give them a call at 508-231-1859 or find them on the web at marathondeli.com.
And welcome back to Ashland, Massachusetts. WACA-TV proudly presents Ashland High School Girls Varsity Volleyball. Tonight's opponent, again, the Medfield Warriors. I'm Josh Abrams. He's Rob Silver. We're glad to have you with us. If you're just joining us, you missed a terrific first set as the Clockers were down early but came roaring back for a 25-20 win as we get ready here for set 2.
Yeah, and again, it's Ashland controls their own destiny. If they win tonight and Thursday, then they are winners of the Tri-Valley Large in this abbreviated COVID season.
That 7-1 record looming large over the Tri-Valley Large.
Yeah, after upset Hopkinton to Westwood last Thursday. Yadav with a good dig.
Strong hit by Marcy. Recovered by Medfield. This one's deep, dug out by Lauren to Cece. Here's Kendall.
A little long.
A little too hard. Still trying to find that that contact point on the rotation.
And again, she's right at that yellow line, and that seems to be that area where she just can't get the comfortable hit. Sent him a little long. Wagon seller with the serve.
It's an awkward hit by Kendall.
Good job by Politica just to get it over, and that could help us right there.
And it does. Claire Marcy with a kill, knocks it down off of 2 midfield defenders and out of bounds, so point goes to the Clockers.
Mistake by Medfield on that set, and we were there to take advantage.
So
and Kendall Z.
By the way, Rob, Medfield, a veteran team, 7 seniors, 6 juniors, and a sophomore. So this is an experienced team. The Clockers certainly have their own vast experience as well. That point was initially called Clocker Way. It appears to be going to Medfield.
Yeah, he deferred to the ref on that side who called it out. This is Sabrina Lee. I think it's her first action of the night.
I was thinking the same thing. It's the first time I've noticed her come out on the court. Comes in ice cold to serve. Sneha to Lauren and over to Taylor Simpson. I was a little screened by the ref there. I didn't see exactly what happened, what the call is there, but it does go Ashland way.
If they do the 2 fingers, is that like
I think that's a double hit.
Double hit, yeah.
Yep. So Sneha here with the serve. Good strong serve over the net.
Wagon seller setting to Langton, excuse me.
That one was deflected at the net and then just could not be played. Sneha got a good foot on it and kicked it out of bounds. So 3-2 Medfield, and they have the serve. Kendall digs that one out. Diving set by
Politica had to watch her teammate on the ground.
LeBay, yep.
Oh, nice
Another
stab.
diving attempt to bear there by Kendall. So starting to see a little bit of a scramble here, Rob, as clock seemed to be either a step too slow or just slightly out of position, and Medfield's taking advantage. They were really precise early in the first set, and then it kind of the game got away from them.
Yep.
And we'll see what transpires here in set number 2. LeBay with a tricky set. That was a nice back pass. LeBay this time to Lauren. Good hard hit off the net.
A lot of spin on that. They control it though.
It's a free ball. Kendall sitting from the back line to LeBay. Cross-court attempt, I think, by Taylor Simpson. Block at the net, and with everybody up front been pulled up, Medfield had been pulled up toward the net. They find the hole deep on the backcourt. Point goes to the Clockers. And here's Taylor Simpson serving. Misread there. Oh, interesting. Okay, I thought that one was in. I guess I misread it. And Sabrina Lee read it correctly, ducking down and letting that one sail out of bounds.
If you were on the ladder, you would have read it correctly.
So 5-3 Medfield, and they have the serve. Sneha with the dig to LeBay. That set was a little too far for Sarah Friedman. Medfield takes advantage and gets the point. And so it's a 3-point lead now for Medfield. It's one of the, I believe it's tied for largest lead of the night for the Warriors.
Yeah. As Coach Warren looks on very closely.
There's a mental mistake by Medfield, serving out of bounds. Nice break for the Clockers. They'll take the ball. And it looks like Lauren Politica is heading back to serve.
Coach Warren checks his watch. Needs this match over by 7 o'clock.
Has he got a date?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
No, just kidding.
Something on TV tonight? I don't know.
Could be Family Guy. Z with a spike on the line.
Did the Medfield libero get a hand on that?
No, it was that was in.
Okay. So just as you had observed earlier, it looked like Kendall was a little bit further up that time, closer to the net, away from that yellow line.
Between those 2 or 3 feet is
it's all
monumental.
Yep.
Yeah.
So here's Lauren again. Good hard serve. Medfield.
Into the net by
A little
Gardner.
defensive pressure there, but she served into the net. But looked like Friedman and Kendall teaming up there on defense, kind of a twin towers. And it works for the Clockers. It's a tie game. It had been a 3-point deficit. It's now 3 unanswered points for the Clockers. Looked like Lauren took something off that serve. Discombobulated Medfield. There's an unforced error. As Molly Wagenseller covers her mask-covered mouth.
You could see she was laughing at herself. It's good. You got to have a sense of humor.
Yep. A little sheepish.
All fun. It's not like it was on video or anything.
No. Or available on demand later. What have we got the call here?
Could be a do-over. I think they were like both touching the net. Multiple fouls.
I just saw a point go on the board for the Clockers that would make it 8-6.
It was the right call.
In this gym, it was.
He was scared for his safety. Politica with a good serve. And a good job by Z not to touch it.
Right. Right, she has to let it clear the plane of the net.
Yeah.
She wisely held back. It's, again, instinctual. It's really tough to do, and it was just a great play on her part. Point goes to the Clockers. They're up 9-6. So again, Lauren looks like she's like mixing speeds and locations here tonight. Nice block at the net by Sarah Friedman. Point goes to the Clockers.
And that is now 7 points in a row for Ashland. They were down 6-3.
And it certainly sounds like there's a Sarah Friedman section of a crowd tonight. Sarah Friedman fan club in full effect here tonight in the gym.
Dudley sets for Wagenseller.
Kendall digs it out.
Back
Lauren,
to
give and go.
Kendall.
She's found her spot.
That was a perfect set. She had the momentum going forward. It was just, there was no way anybody was going to stop that.
Just a great display of fundamentals there, and that's going to force a timeout called here by Medfield. So Clockers up 11-6. And while we have a break here, Rob, I do want to make sure we say thanks to our crew tonight. We can't do it without them. So I want to say thanks to Tom Hamilton and Nick Cunningham. And we want to wish get well to Connor Donovan, who normally is running things here for us, but he got his second shot, and we're hearing more and more, it's that second shot that knocks you down a peg. Need like an extra day to recover from it, but we're glad he got the shot and hope he's feeling better.
Yeah, exactly. And this timeout comes with Ashland on an 8-point run, 7 points of the serve for Lauren Politica.
So while we have this break here, I want to remind folks that Ashland travels to Medfield for the rematch this Thursday at 6 p.m. Next week's game included Tuesday night rematch with Hopkinton here in Ashland. The game's on WACA-TV at 6 o'clock. Rob, I think you're joining me on that one?
I will be. That is the day after. I'm having my second shot Monday late afternoon, so hopefully I'm not feeling the effects. As Politica serves deep. Good job there.
Whoa. Okay.
Score
we almost had a visit from Chloe Dudley there of Medfield as the ball approached our table. But the point goes to the Clockers. The timeout doesn't seem to affect Lauren Politica, who's on a terrific run for the Clockers right now. Back to the fastball. It's a free ball over. Oh, Cece LeVay played it beautifully. Beautiful touch over the net, gets the point. Clockers up 13-6. Politica with the serve. Medfield answers. Deflected at the net by the Clockers. LeVay sets. Friedman spikes.
Dudley to Anderson.
And that is just too hard. Sails just over the baseline. And the Clocker run continues. They're up 14-6 now.
I think when Warren was checking his watch, he was just waiting for his Wondering what time his team was showing up.
Well, they're here now.
Exactly.
Sneha digs this out to LeBay. Kendall, the touch. Oh, she read that beautifully, but Medfield, terrific recovery there. Freeman spikes at the line. Everything, all the bounces are going Clocker way right now. They're up 15-6 now, Rob.
Well, they definitely earned that one. Good job by Medfield to keep it alive.
I just really appreciate
Ashland just dominated.
And the effort by both teams. I mean, they are both going at it hard, and just the effort is terrific tonight.
Ooh, long serve, but she played it.
Okay, Sneha winds up with it to Kendall, just too hard. I think she had a little bit of adrenaline on that one.
Yeah. Looked like both teams might have done each other a favor. Gardner hit that one long, but we played it. But
so the streak,
great run.
It was probably one of the best runs we've seen this season.
11
Rob.
points on her serve there.
Fantastic. So 15-7 lead for the Clockers. Medfield serving. Politica digs it out, and then Friedman was closest to it, but Sneha, I think that was her ball as the setter. So a little miscommunication on that side, and point goes to Medfield.
It was more a miss hit, I think, by Politica. Kind of threw everybody off, but that's all right.
It happens. Okay, dug out by Simpson. Kendall with a terrific hit there, but Medfield answers.
Good job
Simpson
by
again to LeBay. Kendall hits. Answered by Medfield.
Dudley.
And then a misfire on the Medfield side leads to a point for the Clockers. They've now doubled up their 16-8 lead. And this will be Sarah Friedman heading to the back line to serve for the Clockers. And that's not what she wanted to do there. Turns it right back over to Medfield. So Medfield will serve here down 16-9 to the Clockers.
Rachel Parry serving for Medfield. LeBay sets for Z. Dudley to Wagenseller.
It was a tough set, but she managed to get it over. Kendall gets her spike blocked at the net. LeBay again trying to catch him sleeping. Doesn't work this time, but eventually works out for the Clockers as Medfield hits out of bounds. Clockers up 17-9.
Yeah, decent set by Medfield, but Kate Anderson just couldn't handle it.
Okay, so here's LeBay to serve now for the Clockers. She had a nice little run last set. See what she can do here.
Get the radar gun out. Let's check this one.
With the jump, too.
Oh, good serve.
Dug out by the libero.
Langton just drops it over.
Oh, beautiful effort there by LeBay. She had a tough ball, and she got it over. Here's the set now to Simpson.
Just a little out of position. Wasn't sure what to do with it.
Yeah, she got up there. Once she was up, got a little awkward with it, not able to clear the net. So point goes to Medfield.
And Paige Katurba with a good putback for Medfield with some of her first action of the game as Wagenseller serves.
That's a winner for Claire Marcy.
Technically still alive. And a great effort by Langton to chase it down.
And a tribute to Medfield, who didn't give up on it when I already had. So point goes to the Clockers. Just getting word from the truck that would like to welcome those of you who've been watching The Simpsons over at FXX, joining our broadcast here tonight on Facebook and YouTube here on WACA-TV.
Z, great serve.
She had the great run in set number 1. A little bit of a mishit.
Yeah. And a lazy play, kind of undecided, Yadav. You're normally not in that position where she needs to put it away.
I don't think she was expecting that ball, and then she had to make a play on it.
Wasn't really sure where she was position-wise.
So tough break for the Clockers. They're up 18-11.
Sabrina Lee serving for the Warriors. Nice serve.
I don't think the Clockers are expecting that one to clear the net.
Good save by Yadav.
Terrific effort. Oh, they went right back at her, and she equal to the task. The crowd appreciates it.
And it's in.
They get the winner. That gets the crowd fired up. 19-11 Clockers.
That point was worth the price of admission right there.
Absolutely. And
tremendous.
We've said it so many times, right? The big play on one side, and now Sneha has the serve.
Oh,
touches the net and gets the point, an ace.
She's got a smile.
She knows she got away with one there.
Well, she always plays it kind of, tight.
This is trouble. Medfield plays it. Yep.
She backed into
She backed
the
it
net.
right into the net. You saw it first, Rob. Good call. So 21-11. Clockers. They're on a nice little run. Sneha serving well.
Yeah. She realized she could have let the previous one go, and that was almost the mirror image.
Yep, yep.
Just a fraction of an inch, on that angle. Changes it. As Langton serves for Medfield.
Dug out by Lauren. This is trouble for Cece, but she makes a great play to be able to get it over the net.
Wagon Sellers.
Oh, just over the outstretched reach of Lauren Politica. The point goes to Medfield.
Yeah, off the hands of Boudreau. Back to Langton to serve again. Their team trailing by 8, 21-13.
It's a soft serve, relatively speaking, of course. LeBay setting for Friedman. Blocked at the net, recovered by the Clockers. Was that Lauren with the hit?
Yeah, Politica.
She gets the point for the Clockers. So 22-13. Again, the Clockers took set number 1, 25-20. They're up here in the second set, 22-13.
See if the sophomore can close it out.
Taylor Simpson, good hard hit. This is going to be trouble right at the net. Blocked, but into the net by Lauren. She had made a nice defensive play, but
it was a good job by Wagon Cell. Last time she had backed into the net, she was more conscious of it, and she was able to set up Boudreau, who put it home.
So ball goes back here to Medfield. They're down 22-14.
Chloe Dudley.
Oh, miss hit by Lauren and goes out of bounds, out past the reach of Taylor Simpson.
It's not a very hard serve. Comes in,
but it did seem to confound.
Yes. Well, I don't think she expected it to be that short. That was
not enough oomph, not enough height.
Yeah.
Right into the net. Again, a nice break for the Clockers. A similar thing happened in the first set, Rob, but late in the game, Medfield served right into the net at a time when the Clockers could really use it. It's a bigger lead this time. It's an 8-point lead right now, 23-15. Politica back to serve for the Clockers.
Last time she had an 11-point run, last time she served.
And here we go again. Nice serve there by Lauren. She gets the point.
What did you do with the ball?
I don't know, it kicked off my foot.
Oh,
they got
sorry.
it. We're just here to announce.
You had the option.
So here we go. Lauren for set point, 24-15. That gets close to the net, played directly over instead of the third hit. And that'll do it.
Puts it away.
Simpson puts it away, exactly right. 25-15, and that'll do it for the second set. Ashland now up 2-0.
Yeah. Very competitive match, though. Despite the 10-point victory, it's very, very entertaining.
Absolutely. The volleys tonight have been fantastic, and really just want to acknowledge the effort by both teams. They're going for it on every point. But let's take a quick break here. You're watching Ashland High School Girls Varsity Volleyball on WACA-TV. We'll be right back.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Marathon Deli. Marathon Deli offers a full range of lunch and dinner items for dine-in or catering. Fine cold cuts, cheeses, and meats also available, in addition to specialty wraps such as the Mayflower wrap, as well as the Honey Bee wrap. They'll be sure to get your mouth watering. Serving Metro West for over 24 years, give them a call at 508-231-1859 or find them on the web at marathondeli.com.
And welcome back to WACA-TV, continuing coverage of Ashland High School Girls Varsity Volleyball. I'm Josh Abrams, joined again by Rob Silver. If you're just joining us, the Clockers are enjoying a 2-0 lead. They took set number 1, 25-20, set number 2, 25-15, as we get ready to start set number 3.
And with that being said, we have to get this in real quick. Hang on. Who needs a fortune?
Who needs a fortune?
This fortune goes out to Medfield.
Oh, how?
I'm gonna,
That's
inspire
nice.
them. Yeah, they've been a formidable opponent so far.
Oh,
I
great
wouldn't-
word. I love that word. Formidable
I
is
thought
right.
you liked opponent. So there's the cookie. Josh will read it and read the fortune.
Okay, tonight's fortune for Medfield. Do not demand for someone's soul if you already got his heart.
No idea how to make that relative. I will read it one more time as we get underway. Do not demand for someone's soul if you already got his heart.
That is deep.
Yeah.
That's a little too deep for
a
public
volleyball
access
match.
television, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I may have to send this one out to my fortune translator, my friend Ellen.
So a good volley underway already in the first point of set number 3.
Oh, that's a mistake by Medfield, but a good recovery.
So back-to-back kill attempts by Claire Marcy. The second one goes. Ashland, for the first time tonight, scores the first point of a set. They're up 1-0. Sarah Friedman heading to the back line, serving for the Clockers. That was going to be a tough set. They couldn't handle it on the front line.
Yep.
It was Medfield. And
yeah, Medfield's had a couple of those where they just, on those deep serves, they just have not been able to set it
been able to control the set, yep.
Friedman gets a lucky bounce.
And gets the point.
Yeah.
We were saying it earlier, bounces are going the Clocker way. We'll see if that continues. They're up 3-0 here in set number 3.
It's got a little top spin on it, and that helped carry it over the net, actually, on that one. Not on that ball. That miss hit by Langton.
Okay, make it 4 points there for the Clockers. Unanswered, opening set 3 with 4 consecutive points. And Sarah Freeman on a roll.
Speaking of rolls, Marathon Deli has some of the best breads around. That makes their sandwich. Somebody, who got the meatball? Somebody got the meatball sub.
Not me. That's
Jake
not
was a
something
big fan of the meatball sub with the sauce on the side. But their bread is tremendous. Head on down,
Rob Silver,
marathondeli.com.
the king of the transition for sponsorships.
Oh,
look at that. Even bounces off the net, going Clocker way here. They're up 6-0 now. Haven't been able to break Sarah Friedman's serve. She's having a good run, as well as the team in general. And that's going to bring up another Medfield timeout.
Yeah, quick timeout. What were the Vegas odds on a shutout in the third set?
I'd have to put them at at least 150 to 1. For a shutout, a 25
I think
point
I might even go higher.
Okay. I tend to be conservative in my betting. So.
Yeah, right. And the under for the mistakes, by the way, well under.
Okay. Thank you. Well, we're not done yet. Don't jinx me.
I wouldn't even know. that was, you could say half the things you say could be wrong. And
I'm sure we'll be hearing about them in the comments if they are.
Although we haven't got a chance to announce number 11. Oh, it's
Ace.
The ace is it. Number
Sarah.
11 for Medfield. Do you want to try that? Just to give her some recognition?
Allison Conca.
Yeah, I believe Conca.
Conca.
There we go again.
Sarah Freeman is just confounding Medfield right now.
Yeah,
8-0.
And head coach Cynthia Souza is kind enough to help me with the pronunciation. Or it may have been the JV coach. It might have been the one. Regardless, Wagon Seller.
Nice block at the line by Marcy. A little bit of a carry there, not
Got to
called.
get it over. I think that was.
Either way, it was Kendall hit it out of bounds.
But a great 8-0 run to start the set. Now 8-1.
Absolutely. Claire Marcy had a couple of really nice plays there at the net, but Medfield was able to answer back and finally get on the board here in the third set.
And it is number 12, Sabrina Lee, serving. Oh, that.
Maddie Klepper just into the game. Claire Marcy with the kill and the point. 9-1 Clockers, and they'll get the ball back. Cece LeBay heading back there to serve. So Klepper figured into that last play and then earns a seat on the bench to get a rest as Taylor Simpson re-enters for the Clockers. Good hard serve, just clears the net. Medfield setting up. That one's deep, but set by Lauren to Cece.
Oh.
And Taylor Simpson finds the hole, gets the point.
Yeah, almost a collision between Boudreau and Wagenseller. Fortunately, no damage except the scoreboard, 10-1.
So LeBay serving again here for the Clockers. That's a tough way to handle the serve. Attempted shot goes into the net. Point goes to the Clockers. They're up 11-1 now, as Cece is going to attempt to match Sarah Friedman's 8-point run to open this set. And I jinxed her. I know, it's my fault, Rob. I shouldn't have brought it up so early into a run. Like she can hear me. It's 11-2 Clockers, Medfield with the serve.
That's right, they can't hear you. The ref
That's
confirmed.
deep.
Yeah.
So too hard off the serve. Nice break for the Clockers. They go up 12-2.
And if you're Medfield,
This is not who you want to see right now. Kendall
Doesn't
Z.
get any easier. See if she targets Langton or Lee.
One of the
Either
toughest
way.
serves in the Tri-Valley right
Either
here.
way, it's tough.
Look at that top spin.
And it was Lee.
What do we got? I mean, the point goes to the Clockers.
Double.
The call's a double hit. So 13-2.
And you can see how much spin is on the ball.
Mhm.
Even though Lee was able to get to it. And again, it's Lee on the receiving end.
Much cleaner this
Wagenseller.
time. Blocked at the
Boudreau.
line. So I don't know which Marcy sister got that one. They were both there, and
Yeah.
that block was deep enough to clear the back line, who had pinched
Yeah.
in.
Boudreau had come up to put it away and just met by the Twin Towers.
Just played beautifully there.
Playing some really, really good fundamental volleyball. Oh, great serve again.
Just dropped it there in front of the libero.
And Z kind of did a little mini fist, like she knew that was a great serve.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Right now the Clocker's putting on a clinic. This is a little bit of trouble. Even off the dig, you can still see that spin.
Yeah.
Cross court, off the
That's
libero and down for the point.
And that was Claire Marcy.
Okay, make it 16-2 Clockers. I mean, these first two sets have been much tighter.
Yeah.
This has been the outlier here. The Clockers up 16-2. Kendall takes something off that serve, and Medfield struggles with it, but gets it over on a free ball. Cece dives for it, gets it to Sneha. This one's going over. Nope. And way too hard.
It's almost like, both teams kind of were a little bit tentative in the first set, and Ashland settled down, at the midway through the early in the second set and just steamrolled.
Yep. They've got their foot firmly on the gas right now, Rob.
Yeah, and Medfield is just kind of stunned, not sure what adjustments they can make. Langton into the net.
Yep.
Nothing could be done.
Too far for the front line to handle. 18-2. Make it 18-2 now, Clockers. Kendall on a nice run here.
And Anderson comes out. Rachel Parry will take a seat. Krista Anderson. Lee, the dig. Back
This is
to
a little bit
Lee.
of trouble. Is it going to make it over? Nope. Okay, they can't get it over in 3 hits. Make it 19-2 Clockers. Kendall seems really dialed in back there right now, Rob.
Yeah, she's having a great night serving. Another great serve.
Oh, another ace. Drops it right in front of Krista Anderson. They weren't expecting that. Make it 20-2 Clockers.
Coach Souza does a little bit of positioning with Boudreau.
We'll see. I mean, right now it looks like Kendall can put this ball wherever she wants.
Wow. What a display.
She is in the zone right now. Just Doesn't matter if she hits it hard, with top spin, takes something off. She's finding every hole right now.
Yeah, and poor Sabrina Lee has been at the receiving end of a lot of these serves. Doing her best. Valiant effort.
Mm-hmm. It's a free ball over the net. Good opportunity for the Clockers. It's a late decision by Kendall to take that one. To Cece, to Marcy.
Oh. And Claire Marcy just
finishes it off.
Knocks it home.
That was again a kind of a judgment call there at the net. She really had to wait for that to clear the plane to the net.
Yeah, and that's where the 6'2" height helps a lot.
Absolutely. So 22-2 for the Clockers. Kendall takes something off of this one. Free ball over the net. Sneha lets it sail wide.
Yeah, great job by Yadav to let it go. And
I mean, that's the experience there, just being able to make that judgment, being able to read the ball and know where you are.
Yeah. And she really wasn't in position at that point. If she tried to play, it wouldn't have been a good percentage play. And again, Marcy.
Nice play by Lauren Marcy. We get a net violation called against.
Do you remember that
Medfield.
signal?
That's out.
Yeah, well, how was it out?
I don't know, but he had the two arms up.
I think he
told us that means out.
It depends how they face the hands.
Oh, it was that.
I think that was
set point here. 24-2.
Yeah.
Kendall for the win. Off
Match
the net.
Point. Wagonseller with a
still alive. And into the net. That'll do it. 25-2 is your final as Ashland sweeps Medfield 3-0.
And that's why Ashland is atop the Tri-Valley Large standings.
So still in first place. You can update their record. They're now 8-1 on the season atop the Tri-Valley. Atop the Tri-Valley Large. Again, when we look at the Tri-Valley Small, the Medway Mustangs undefeated at 8-0. But when we just look at the large, it's the Clockers on top.
Yeah, we have to congratulate Coach Jay Warren and the assistant coaches Andy Rund and Ray LeBay.
Absolutely. Terrific season for this team.
Thank the athletic director, Stephen Marks.
Want to get the trainer in there too, Amy Mendoza.
Yeah, always. And hey, why not mention Principal Kelly Sincor? She's the best.
So Rob,
Can't
really
wait
quick
to see her
before we
again.
wrap things up here, do you have a silver star of the game, a silver star award?
Yeah, I mean, so we have some silver stars. You can give Politica a silver star, but the silver medal, I'm going to give it to Kendall Z. And, well, backtrack again. I always do that. But another silver star for Cece LeBay. We saw a serve tonight from her that we really hadn't seen before. And
she really acted as a primary setter throughout the night, throughout all three sets. She had a really, really nice night setting and serving.
And we get to see that for 2 more seasons as she's just a sophomore. So silver star to LeBay and to Politica. And the silver medal goes to Kendall Z. Or just that dominating serve. In the first game, she ran off, was it 10 points, 11 points? And then that last set was, I didn't count, but it was a lot. It was a lot.
It was a very fast third set.
Yeah, coach didn't have to check his watch. He's on his way. He's going to make whatever engagements he has. So that's terrific. And we need to thank our crew again.
Absolutely. So a special thanks to Tom Hamilton, to Nick Cunningham, and get well soon to Connor Donovan. Hope to see you back here. Rob and I will be on the call for volleyball a week from tonight as Ashland will take on Hopkinton. Rematch with those formidable Hopkinton Hillers.
Yeah.
So right here, Tuesday night, WACA-TV, 6 o'clock.
You stole my word.
I didn't know you owned it.
Well.
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery,
I know,
Rob.
but I used it twice. I already used it a second time, which I shouldn't have used, and now it's been thrown in a third time. We might have to retire.
Gonna have to retire it? Okay, we'll have to come over. Gonna consult the thesaurus for next week.
Okay, but it's a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed watching us. And
okay, so for Rob Silver, I'm Josh Abrams saying thanks for watching Ashland High School Girls Varsity Volleyball on WACA-TV.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Marathon Deli. Marathon Deli offers a full range of lunch and dinner items for dine-in or catering. Fine cold cuts, cheeses, and meats also available, in addition to specialty wraps such as the Mayflower wrap, as well as the Honey Bee wrap. They'll be sure to get your mouth watering. Serving Metro West for over 24 years, give them a call at 508-231-1859 or find them on the web at marathondeli.com.